Come on, what's going on, everybody? It is Monday. It is 10 a.m. It's the start of the week. Come on. I am Overseer J.C. Jones. Come on. I'm in Phoenix. Come on. Then this must be, has to be, ain't no other choice but to be Faith Drip. Listen, just come on in. Come on in, whether you are on Facebook, YouTube. Listen, it's all the drip. We dripping everywhere this morning. Just begin coming on in. I see you. Greetings. Great morning to you, Minister Joe and Pens. I see you on Facebook. We on YouTube as well. So either way. I just want to say great morning. I'm just going to tag a few people in so that they can get on whatever means it may be. Let me just go on and hit it. Let me hit it. All right. I'm trying to move fast. I'm going to get a whole bunch of people at one time. See, my voice doesn't feel as strong this morning. Not really sure. Try to get some rest later. That's what I'm gonna do. That is what I'm prescribing for myself this morning. But you know, I had to drop the drip. We're getting close to taking a break for about a week or so. Just ain't figured out the time of the week that it is I'm gonna pull that trigger, but we getting close. But I'll let y'all know, so y'all know. Hey, I'll probably put up some old drips. So you all can go back and look at. Yeah, I'll probably give you some old drips to go back and look at. But listen, just come on in. Welcome. If you saw the title of the drip today, I want it, but how? I want it, but how? I think that is a great question, especially when it comes to those in the church, those that are listening, following. Great morning, Deacon Terrell. I flipped over to YouTube. I'm looking at both platforms. Great morning to you. You already ready? I love it. I want it, but how? I think that's a great question that I want to dive into. As a matter of fact, that could turn into a series on Sunday. Maybe not this Sunday, but upcoming Sunday. Because I think it's a lot of things that we hear in the church. We hear from our pastor, our overseer, bishop, across the pulpit or coming from the sacred desk. And man, it stirs up some things in us. And we're like, oh, yeah. I mean, that's on time right there. That's an on-time word. And then you, after everything kind of comes down a little later, you like, yeah, but how? How? And I want to just focus on one area of that on the drip today. I want to focus on a how for something in the drip today. Because listen, it's all about, this is Faith Drip, but of course, I'm pastor, Faith and Truth Christian Center, and one of our things is about teaching you the word in a way that just, I'm excited, or that was a bomb word, but more so about you taking that word, his word, and being able to apply it in your daily life. That's literally our mission. We want to make sure that we are able to give you God's word so that not only do we give it, but you retain it so that you can apply it to your daily life. Yeah. In order for you to apply it, you must know how. In order for you to use the word God gives Pastor Chris to give you, you must understand how. Not just hearing it, not, oh, that's good. I see. I see what he did there. Yeah, you saw what he did, she did, they did. But how did they do it? When we can really walk in the how. Natalie, great morning to you. Great morning. When we can begin to really grasp the how, I really think some lives will significantly begin to change in the kingdom. Yeah. We have a lot of people that love God, serve God. Listen, hey, it ain't no doubt or question who they are. Ain't no doubt or question. But even in that great number of servants, there is still questions of how amongst them. There are still areas that have yet to be penetrated, yet obtained, because how hasn't been addressed. Oh, yeah, I see it. You're talking good. I know, yeah. It's a good thing this morning. It's a good thing this morning. That how, we gonna get into it. Let me just flip back over really fast. Bishop, good to see you. I see you on Facebook. I'm going back and forth on platforms just to check out. I got people on YouTube and Facebook this morning. Bishop, great to see you this morning. My brother Kev from the Gem City hometown, what's going on this morning? Paul, good to see you this morning. Yes, how? I want to know how. Last Friday, Friday, we were talking about discernment, I believe, and we was getting into some things and wisdom, that's it's in front of you. It stays in your view and your vision when you're talking about that discernment. But a fool has wandering eyes to the farthest areas of the earth. He's just everywhere. Ain't no focus. I don't know. He was like, man, yeah, you know what? I do want some wisdom. I'm praying for some. I want some wisdom like Bishop A.E. Thompson over there. Boy, he's so wise. He be dropping it over. I want some wisdom like Overseer. I want some wisdom like some of the giants. I want some wisdom. Yeah, but how? Right? How? How do I get that? What do I need to do? Because listen, I was like, Lord, grant me wisdom. But I swear I made some dumb decisions the other day. I keep saying, Lord, give me the wisdom to move forward in a way that, just blows the minds of those that are looking and they're just amazed at the things that I am doing. Just, oh Lord. But still, when I walk, it feels like marbles is jiggling. Huh? Some of y'all know what I'm saying. Sometimes we look back at some of our decisions and we're like, boy, I heard the rocks clanging when I was walking. God, dog. That was a box of rocks I was. Yeah, I understand. So I thought maybe today we go into the mine shaft of Proverbs 2 and just dig a little bit and get some jewels out that we can carry with us that can give us a little insight on the how. If that's all right, come on now, if that's all right. But of course, I gotta flip the vibe. You don't mind, do you? And I need to know you're ready. I got Deke Terrell on YouTube. He already said he was ready when he said great morning. So listen, I know he ready, but y'all know what I do. I can't move forward unless I know y'all ready for this drip this morning. So come on with me and let me know that you're ready. I'm gonna flip the vibe and we gonna get started in the business. Make sure you see it at the bottom of the screen. You subscribe. Whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, but YouTube, we got to get them numbers up. Subscribe, hit that thumbs up like button, and share. If you're on Facebook, tag some folks in here that listen, daggone well, they've been wandering in the dark or wandering in the daytime with a flashlight. Y'all know what I'm saying? They need some wisdom. but don't know how. Y'all know what I'm saying. All right, come on. Just let me know you ready. Let me know you ready. DJ, flip my vibe for me. Let me clear my screen. And I'm ready to hit it. Proverbs 2. It says, my son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom, well, here we go, and applying your heart to understanding. Indeed, here's some things you need to do. If you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, are you calling it out? See, wisdom is such a blank word. What you need? It's like, hey, you got some money? Well, what you need? What's going on? You want some money or you want to know how to get some money? Because I can give you some money, but that's going to be the end of it. Do you want to know how to get some money so you can keep getting it? See, it's things that you need to process so you can progress. Turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding. Indeed, if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for a hidden treasure. Do you hear what's happening here? Then you will understand the fear of the Lord. See, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. Here. We use words so fast in passing that sometimes we don't spend time to sit at the feet of those giving the words to say, how I do that? What do I need to do? I understand I need to ask for wisdom, but is there a way? Is there an intensity? Well, yeah. If you call for out, you got to call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding. You need insight and understanding. Because that's the whole point. You get wisdom dropped on you every Sunday, every Bible study, every drip, every faith drip. Wisdom is being dropped on you, but you need to be able to process it. Give me the insight and understanding for what it is that I am hearing. If you look for it as for silver and search for it as for a hidden treasure, listen, you got to be hungry. You got to be in that mindset. I shall not be denied. Yeah, I'm going to find the answer. See, a lot of times God is giving you things. I see you, Melly. God is giving you things. And because it takes a little bit of effort, because it takes a little push through, because it takes a little testing, we just kind of stop. Can I be honest? Sometimes we just stop moving. That whole thing we were on, that discernment, wisdom in the view, in your view. But that foolish person has those eyes that are wandering to the far ends of the earth. I can't stay focused. It takes too much effort. But here, if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for a hidden treasure. Have you ever seen a treasure hunter? You ever seen them movies, the Indiana Jones? Listen, Indiana Jones, old movie. Some of y'all ain't familiar, but go check it out. Yeah. Go blow the dust off and check it out. Because he faced adversary. He faced trials. He faced traps. He faced danger. But it's like he kept pushing through because he was like, hey, I got to find it. I got to find it. I'm going to take what you throw at me. But if you think I'm turning around and going home, you got another thing coming. I got to have it. See, wisdom is something that you just ain't, Lord, give me some wisdom. You got to chase it. You got to be diligent persistent. You got to persevere through. You got to be like the woman that said, hey, I'm going to get to the hem of his garment. Understanding she wasn't next to him. There was a crowd growing, swelling, meaning, listen, she's weak. She's been draining blood for 12 years. She don't have the strength to push through, but she had the determination. The way of normal pressing to him, she wasn't never going to make it. Walking, pressing like everybody else, she didn't have the strength. But she had the humility to get in a low position. She had the humility to get low and say, hey, when everybody's trying to do what I know I don't have the strength to do, it's not going to stop me from getting in the humble position. Get low and I will take another route. But I'm going to get there. See, are you willing? Are you willing to do what's necessary? How? Y'all want to know how? You got to fight. You got to fight. It says insight. It says, then you will understand the fear of the Lord. How many times have y'all been sitting there and be like, yes, I fear the Lord, and you really don't even understand what that means? It's very difficult to fear the Lord until you have been in the presence of his power and his might. When you can actually see what it is he can do. When you have pressed and it's like, wow, he rescued me from me. Listen, he done brought me out of some places that can nobody bring. Oh God, you are so mighty and powerful yet merciful. Oh, yeah, I fear the Lord because I know who he is. I know what he's done. And then it says, with that, find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. Oh, it's a whole package. So some of us have been asking for wisdom, but there's a package deal. It's like, oh, it's a bundle. Wait a minute. That's like getting a cell phone without the charger. It all comes together. It all comes. It's a whole package deal. Man, I want to, man. Hey, how I set this podcast stuff up? Man, hey, I got me a laptop, but you ain't got no camera, you ain't got no lights, you ain't got no internet. Hey, it's a package deal. Once again, how? I want it, but how? I want it, but how? Are you turning your ear to it? Are you applying your heart to it? I'm just reading what the words say. Turning your ear to wisdom. That means God trying to give it, but are you trying to hear it? A lot of times what God is telling us, what God is placing in our spirit, we are fighting it. We want to fight for it, not fight against it. Are you turning your ear to what God is saying? Well, y'all know how y'all got some people in your life and be talking, but you think they nagging, so you tune them out. And until they got to say your name real loud, and you be like, what, huh? Y'all know what I'm saying. We do it all the time. But some of us are unaware that we doing the same thing to God. God talking and we like, then he got to get loud with us and get our attention. I'm going to tell you, the last thing you want is God having to get your attention. Snapping you out of it. Smacking you in the back of the head. Say, hey, didn't you hear me talking to you? I'm telling you. If you know what I know, it's the last thing you want. Are you turning your ear to what he's saying? And then applying your heart to understand it. Listen, you can't understand if you don't want to. If your heart's desire is truly not to, you know what? I know this is different for me. I know this is unfamiliar. It's a little scary. Can I be honest with you? It's a little scary because, it makes it evident that I don't know what I'm doing. And that's a little scary. I don't like, one, looking like I don't know what I'm doing. And I definitely don't like looking to other people like I don't know what I'm doing. But it got to be in your heart. I want it. I got to have it. I'm about to apply my heart. I'm in it. You know how pastors and Faith and Truth, I'm gonna tell you this is a preview because something's brewing and coming. But the whole thing. You want to see growth. You want to see things start to look like how you want them to look. Then you're gonna have to be all in. Yeah. I'm there. We go. You're gonna have to be all in. If you ain't all in, it ain't never gonna be what it could be. It ain't never gonna look like what it should look like. It's never gonna process the way it could process because you ain't all in. You have to be all in. I see you, Melly. It can be scary to go all in because when you are going all in, when you giving your heart, you giving it all. You're like, I got to get this thing. That means you are vulnerable. That means you are laying down the things that you've put in front, the hardened, that hardened area to protect you from getting hurt. That thing from people. Yeah, your hardened heart that you've built up to protect you from getting hurt from people is the same thing that is stopping you from receiving the fullness of God's protection. The same thing you really desire, but you built up so it won't be snatched by people, is actually preventing you from receiving it from God. Pick that up. That was a big old drop. You pick it up, put it in your pocket, and keep on walking with the thing. I'm here to tell you something today. Yeah. Yeah. It says, for the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. I'm going to even give a little bit more. He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk is blameless. Wait a minute. He holds success on credit? He got success on credit. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you. If you upright, your posture, righteousness. See, we see and hear words like blameless and we think it said perfect. No, sir. Because he already knows you ain't never reaching that level. All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am, brother, sister. Perfection will not be reached by you today or tomorrow. Okay? But are you seeking him? Are you able to say, you know what? I'm tripping. Lord, forgive me. For what? See, a lot of times, you know how people say, I'm sorry. And you like, for what? Because you want to know, do they recognize what they did? Yeah, come on. We just got to stop the blanket conversations with God. Because God's like, I know what you need. I just want to know, do you know what you need? I know you're sorry for something, but do you know what you did to be sorry for? Because I want to forgive you. I'm here to, forgiveness is right here for you, but I need to know for what so I can say, yeah, there it is. I want you to be able to walk blameless. Meaning, listen, I know you gonna have issues. I know you got issues right now. But you fear me more than you fear them. You fear me more than you fear them things in the world. Listen, you coming to me first. You seeking me. You searching for me. You checking for me. Yeah. When you fall down and you make a mistake, you get up and you look for me. You don't run from me. You don't hide from me. Yeah, you done learn from the Adam and Eve thing. They made a mistake. They hid and they ran and they wasn't checking for God. They didn't say, God, listen, I done messed up. I know what you told me. I know, God. I got hoodwinked. I got bamboozled, God. I did. And it's my fault. It's my fault. But they didn't say that. They went on riding with it. They rolled that thing on out the garden. She like, he made me do it. The serpent. He like, she ain't listening. She made me do it. There was no accountability of, I did it. See, they weren't blameless. Because they couldn't take and say, I'm checking for you, God. Listen, I messed up. God wants to know, will you seek me in the tough time? In your wrong time? In I messed up time? Are you still fearing me? Not fearing me to run from me, but fearing me to, I got to go see him. I got to be checking for God because I fear him. It's the wrong type of fear when you're running from God. That's called stupidity. That ain't fear. If you truly fear God, you be running to him. Huh. Yeah, boy, y'all. Hey. Come on now. Yeah. I want it, but how? I want that wisdom. I keep hearing them talk about, but how? How I get that wisdom? I don't understand. Whoa. Are you even turning your ear to it? I keep going back. Proverbs 2, just in case some of y'all just popping on Proverbs 2. I'm jumping in the beginning. I'm trying to give you, I want it, but how? Yeah, this is definitely going to be a series because there is so many things that get dropped from that sacred desk, from the pulpit, from here to there. That y'all, woo, that's good. And walk out with a bunch of remotes and no batteries. You got something, but you can't use it. I want it. But how does this thing work? How come it ain't working? Well, you didn't understand. It started off immediately. If you accept my words and store my commands within you, store them up. If you accept it and store it up. See, a lot of times, listen, our capacity is so small that in order for us to receive anything else from the man and woman of God, we got to put some stuff down. I'm sorry. So that lets me know I want it, but I don't know how. Well, first thing I got to be asking God, increase my capacity. Listen, God, give me a bigger bag to hold some more because I got to store this stuff up. I got to be able to pull out what I need. But y'all remember Martin? Remember Martin? I can't remember one of the characters, but listen, it actually was a spinoff, a character that he pulled actually all the way back from Good Times. And he looked like everybody else, but then opened his coat and he had everything. Look, what you need? I got watches, toothbrushes, I got some do-rags, I got plane tickets, ballet tickets, I got some Laker tickets. What you need? I got everything with me. Because I don't know when you might need it. You got to be able to store it up. I'm just telling you what the words say. Then it says, turning your ear to wisdom. You got to stay in tune. You got to stay plugged in. You cannot let anything disconnect you from the communication between you and God. Whether you got to say something to God or God got to say something to you, that line must remain open. We cannot allow people to come in and distract us. People coming in, pulling us to areas that you know God ain't told you to do that. Snip, line cut. Yeah, I want it, but I don't know how. Well, let me tell you what not to do on your I don't know how. Don't allow people to mess with your ability to turn your ear to hear. Because I don't care what you praying and how much you praying. If after you finish praying, you go doing the silly willy, connection cut. God heard your prayer and was about to drop something on you and you hung up the phone. Wonder when he gonna talk to me. As soon as you pay your bill and connect your line back up, that's when he gonna talk. He been trying to call you, but your phone disconnected. Pay your bill. I hope y'all getting this. I'm about out of time. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. I'm about out of time. Listen. I see you, Paul. You own it. I'm gonna leave you with 8. For he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. He guards the course, protects the way of the just and faithful ones. Will you be faithful? I want to, but I don't know how. I've just dropped probably 8 things. Let me get the number up. 8 things that are necessary when you want some wisdom. When God, can you show me the way? God, can you light my path? Can you make my crooked straight? Can you give me the wisdom to walk the steps as you walk them? Can you break it down for me? Can you just listen, make it plain? God, I just want to be in tune with you. I just gave you some steps. You got to accept his words. You got to store up his commands. You got to turn your ear. You have to apply your heart to understanding. You got to call out for insight. Cry aloud for understanding. You got to search for that thing. You got to stay upright. You got to walk blameless. You got to be just and faithful. I just broke down 11 things I don't want to hear about. I don't know how. I just told you how. Faith Drip just went into what sometimes we ain't got time to break every single thing down. I gave you 11 things. Now, go and read this thing for yourself. Proverbs 2, full of jewels to increase your faith. Full of them. Devin, I see you. Sister Devin, I see you. Full of jewels. We have to be this aggressive to capture what God has been trying to give us. We got to do these things. Chase it. I'm going to run it down. Like that bad boy Lyles. Won that game. He was in last and ran him down. Leaned over. Got to have it. Are you that determined? To not just want it, but actually chase the how. Do I get it? Because isn't that the problem? All of us want it. All of us want it, but all of us aren't willing to do what's necessary to follow the instructions of how to get what you want. And ain't that what it really all come down to? Are you willing? Hey, for those that just popped on, you better run this back. You better run it back, because some jewels got dropped today. I promise you that. I want it, but how? Well, we just broke down some things. Serious jewels got dropped today. If you are a part of a ministry, go all in. If you're attached to a ministry but not yet a part, listen, ask God, give me the boldness to become a part. Give me whatever is stopping me. You got to go, because I got to be a part, because I want to be all in. I want to be all in, not just for me, but for people that are in this thing together. Listen, we got to grow this thing together. We got to make a change in the community together. We got to make a change in this next generation, in our children together. Not just a village, but a wise village. Because we don't need dumb villages raising our children. Huh? Yeah, check for that one. Listen. Support the drip, of course, faithtruthcc.org/donate. Man, sow a seed. Just sow a seed, write Faith Drip on there, because we're trying to bring another Faith Drip, the live experience. We're trying to get one of them every quarter. And there is another level of Faith Drip coming. But it can't be done on hopes and dreams. I need your support. faithtruthcc.org/donate. Also, make sure your calendar is right. Holy Convocation, October 10th through the 12th. Boy, y'all better get it on your calendar. We going up. Greater is here. Do you hear what I'm saying? Greater is here. In Glendale, Arizona. For those that's like not in the state in Glendale, Phoenix, okay? Just fly into Phoenix. It'll get you there. All right. October 10th, 11th, 12th. I'm going to be there. Bishop A.E. Thompson, second. He on here. He going to be there. Listen, there's a whole bunch of us going to be there. You need to be there. We talking about awesome, dynamic preaching, teaching. Yeah, they're classes. And guess what? Ain't no registration. We just need you to show up in the building. That's it. That's it. Come on. I want to see you in the place. Hey, I think that's my time. Once again, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. Same thing, Faith and Truth Christian Center at Faith Truth CC. It pops up. Go subscribe, hit the notifications button. Give us a like, and make sure you share the links. From YouTube, you can share it everywhere. So make sure you do that. Listen, I think I'm out of here today. I'm going to get some rest. Voices sound a little crazy. I got a couple things to do, but I'm going to try to chill for the day. Remember, I'm going to go out the same way I always do. I want to thank everybody for popping on. Minister David, I saw you. Paul, Minister Joe, Joanne, I seen you in. Bishop Thompson, I seen you in. My screen dropped, so I don't see everybody anymore. I had who else I had? I had my brother Kevin Easley, I think from the Dayton, Ohio. He was on there. My sister, Trinae from Detroit. I believe I saw her on there. Yeah. Deontay, I think I saw him on there. Yeah. Deacon Terrell, I seen him on there on YouTube. Natalie, I seen you on there. So listen, for those that watching it now, God bless you. I appreciate you so much. For those that are watching later, I love you. Make sure you come back. See you Wednesday. Remember, God is always walking with you, and he always will. Peace and love, y'all.